Hello everybody, my name is jamesturnipseed. Welcome to American Horror Story Hotel episode recap preview. Spoiler heavy alert for episode room service. Alex uses an unconventional treatment to save a dying patient. A Halloween hating couple tests Iris's limits. Let's get into it. Okay, so it starts off with Alex in the hospital. She's a pediatric doctor for the children's. I think I said that right. She's a doctor for kids. And she's out of it because she hasn't fed. She looks real pale and she can't focus really. They reintroduced the kid Max. He was a little boy with measles. He still has measles, and now he might also have measles and staph infection. Sweet. The mother says she's about to sign a DNR, do not resuscitate, which is sad. And Alex tells her, I'll find a way. She feeds off blood bags from where people donate blood. She feeds off the blood bags. Gets a syringe, pulls out a little bit of her blood, sticks in the kid's IV. It starts freaking out a bit, and then he comes back and cuts to him on his going to school, and he killed his mother and father, and then went to school. Showed him in class. It's Halloween, so he dressed up as a pirate. Teacher took his plastic sword. He's talking to his little girlfriend, Madeline, who's a witch. Shows her a little kitchen knife, or like a steak knife in his boot, and they go into a back room. And she's like, you weren't really dying, were you? He's like, I was in the hospital, so they're doing that little kid thing. Hard to say how old they are. I'm guessing 6th grade, so like what, 12, 13, 10? I don't know. How old are kids? They do a little kiss. They might be in 5th grade. I don't know. They do a little kiss. He bites her and draws some blood, and then he bites his lip. And then he takes my blood, and then they kiss again. She gets infected with measles, and then turns into a vampire. The teacher comes back looking for them, and he slices her throat. The little girl, Maddie, feeds on the teacher, and then he proceeds to infect the whole class with measles and the vampire blood infection, and then murders like the principal, teacher, another teacher that came in, and then basically turns his whole class into vampires. And they put the school on lockdown, and they all have the same story. Like, it was a man in a black robe, and he had a knife and a mask. Then we cut back to the hotel. Before that, we cut to Iris and her son. His name escapes my mind right now. At Ramona Royale's place, the movie star. Iris recognizes her and tells her she's beautiful, and she had it all at one point. And basically, they're gonna use Iris to get at the Countess, and that's her plan. And they say some harsh words to Iris, like she never notices you, like she's not gonna notice you, so you'll be fine. Pretty messed up. Nobody notices you. You're fine. You're invisible. She goes to the bar and she talks to the bartender, and we finally get his backstory, or her backstory. He's a crossdresser. Turns out he's not gay, so he's just a crossdresser. Which, hey, that's 100% cool. I don't care. Check out my gender tag video. Is that what I did there? So yeah, we get his backstory. His name was Nick. He had a wife and a son. bit of a dick. His kid drew him a cool picture of a plane and says, "They go for your trip," and he's like, "That's the wrong plane. The one I'm flying has one engine." He's with a beer watching TV, and keeps eyeing his wife in her dress, and then he goes on a business trip in 1984 to Hotel Cortez with two business dudes. Typical douche, pervert, bro, hard to explain 1984 douchebags, I guess. And when they're gonna go to like the strip club and the bar and do horrible things to women like people do, and then Nick's in his own room and he's putting on a gown and a fur coat and a bottle of champagne for himself. Gets it, tells the room service guy, and like, "Oh, could you just leave it there? I just got out the shower. I'll bring your tip down later." So the guy does. He slides it in there, turns around, and boom, the Countess is right there. She's like, "How'd you get in here?" Drops the champagne and everything. And basically, the Countess turned him into shaved off all his hair and did his makeup, gave him earrings, and basically treated him like a doll, and gave him a new identity as Liz Taylor. Invited him to the Roxy, which is a cool club if you're ever in downtown or Hollywood area. Check it out. It's pretty legendary. He declines, and she says goddesses don't speak in whispers, they scream. And she's like, "Okay, how about not a scream? How about a whimper?" And gives him the bucket for ice and tells him, go walk down the hallway and get a bucket of ice. And he sees the maid, so he kind of does that, like, "Ooh, no," kind of thing, like embarrassed almost. But then he keeps walking. And he said he never felt more naked, but more free in his life. Which, it's, people feel like that, and that's, like, pretty messed up, But that's a whole nother video. On with the show. When he's walking back, he sees the two of his co-workers, and they call him like, "What's this, Nicky? Are you a faggot?" Like, they actually use that word, which when you look up the definition, it's pretty messed up to do that before, especially if you use that word. So yeah, they do that, and then he screams at him that he's not gay, and he even told Iris that. And the Countess slices their throat and doesn't turn him into a vampire, but or infect him. She hires him as a bartender, and the couple that hates Halloween is basically treating Iris like dirt, saying they will drink like a shitload of his Instagram pics, and the chicks, they're like typical Hollywood, LA, annoying, like, I want everything perfect that you hear about. Which not all Californians are like that, especially people from Los Angeles area. I'm one of them. Hey, I'm a cool dude. And turtles, right? And then basically they push her so far that she slices the chick's throat, or stabs the chick in the throat with the corkscrew for wine, and then proceeds to stab the guy in the back, and then finally feeds on them. They fed him cat food though, so that was that was a nice rib. That was Liz Taylor's idea. He garnished up some cat food, and so he gave it to them like that. And then Iris felt better and liberated. John got fired in this episode from the police force, which pretty crazy. So now he's at the hotel. He's drinking again. It turns out he had sex with Sally, the junkie ghost, which kind of weird. He had sex with a ghost, but okay. He didn't remember it. He was blackout drunk apparently. And this episode ended on a pretty sweet, like, kind of, like, that's, like, almost brought a tear to your eye. The Countess gives Alex rules, and basically she's gonna take care of the kids, give them baths and stuff like that, and she could live with Holden forever. And then it ended with Holden going to bed in a coffin, and like he took his mom's hand, like put it out, and like, then they both went to bed in the same coffin. So it was like a nice, sweet, tender moment, which in American Horror Story is kind of weird. This movie, you know. But yeah, anywho, that's the episode. Feel free to like it up, comment it up. This series is fucked up. But yeah, let me know what you think. Feel free to subscribe. Every Wednesday, you get a recap review for Horror Story, and every Sunday I do a Walking Dead recap review. I have playlists for both of them, and you can check out all my other stuff. There's Mondays unboxings, Wednesdays gaming, and Fridays a little more personal, but feel free to check it out. Peace, I'm out of here. Have a great day, week, whatever.